Hello and welcome. This is BRAD, and today I'm doing a quick video on how to use the navigation tools in Inventor to change the view of your part. So there are several options on how to do that. Over here we have the navigation menu, and there's several options here. I'm just going to talk about a couple of them. This first one's this hand tool or pan. If you click on that, you can just kind of drag your part around. It's pretty simple. Then we also have the orbit tool here, the free orbit. If I click on that, then I can rotate this part around like this. Now, both of these can actually also be done with just the mouse. So I'm going to hit escape to select off that tool. But if I use the middle mouse button, I get the pan. And so I can drag it around just like I did if I actually use that pan tool over here. The orbit I can get by holding down the shift key and also the middle mouse button, and I can orbit this around or rotate it around and look at it from different angles. I can also use the wheel to zoom in and zoom out. The other method we have besides the menu here and the mouse buttons is this view cube up here. And so I've kind of messed up this view, but there is this home button right here. If I click on that, it'll put it back into that isometric view that we started with, that I had previously saved as my home view. How to do that, how to actually set home view will be a topic for a future video. I can click and drag and move the view cube around, which is not really the best way to use a view cube. I would personally rather use the orbit tool or shift and middle mouse to rotate this around, but it's an option. The other thing you can do is, if you notice, as I hover on different parts of the cube, different parts highlight. And so if I say highlight this corner and click on it, it gives me a view from that corner, or in this case, a top, front, right isometric view. If I were to instead click on this highlighted edge here, it's going to give me a view that includes just the top and the front, and I no longer see the right side. If I click in the center highlighted square like this, then we get a view of just the front, which would be useful if I wanted to see what the part would look like for a multi-view drawing. So if I wanted to do a drawing of just the front, I can actually click on this, and then I could easily draw that by hand if I needed to. The other thing we can also get a right view that way, and then you might also notice that when we're in there that these little arrows pop up that allow me to rotate this cube around to look at different sides. Now when we look at this, there's our right view again, there's our top view. Maybe this isn't really in the right orientation for us if we wanted to do a multi-view drawing, so I would need to rotate that like that. And we'll go back to our home view and I'll kind of show you that again. So if we're going to do a multi-view drawing for this, we do our front, we'd want it to look like this. But then when we go to do the top, we'd need to rotate it to match that front view. All right, so that pretty well covers the different methods we have of rotating this and changing our view. So thank you for watching, and I hope it helps.